oneBURGH Tonight is a comedy show. Laughs, chuckles, Pittsburgh fun. Remember fun? Remember?
Hey, Brian, it's Ryan!
Hey, Ryan, it's Brian! What's up?
The ratings are in.
Are they good?
No, they're terrible.
Why?
Everyone watched the Olympics and no one watched oneBURGH.
Well, what should we do?
We should put the Olympics on oneBURGH.
How can we do that? Isn't that illegal?
We should fly to Italy. If we leave now, we can make it.
No, I got a better idea. We can do the Olympics from Pittsburgh. I'll be right back.
Wait, Brian!
Why did I do this? It's oneBURGH Tonight!
Hey, Yinz guys, welcome to the Pittsburgh International Airport. I'm Ronnie. New airport, same TSA, slow as hell. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, sir, is that a Permane Brothers sandwich? That sandwich is allowed. I just need to eat it. Ma'am, excuse me, ranch is a liquid. Yes, okay, so we would have to put that in the trash receptacle. Sir, slaw is not a liquid. Please put that right back in the bin. It's okay, sir. Go Steelers. Browns jersey. Okay, we're going to need a full cavity search over here. Paul, get the gloves. Hey, Penguin fans, anyone here a Penguin? Yeah, let's go Pens. If you're a Penguins fan, you get over here in the fast lane. Flyers fans get straight up sent to El Salvador. That's Trump style. Wait a minute. Wait, I know you. You just got a plum? Your cousin dated my sister from Munhall? Holy moly, I haven't seen you since the reunion.
Hey, buddy, thanks a lot. You did great.
Hey, man, thank you. This isn't a job. This is my passion. Ronnie loves the Pittsburgh Airport. Ronnie is the Pittsburgh Airport. I love this job.
Pittsburgh got a new crib, girl. New terminal. All for you. Oh, TSA needs to pat you down. Shoes in a bin, jacket on the belt, laptop out, that's the way it's dealt. You smiled at me like you didn't know that water bottles gotta go. And I don't wanna hold you up, but I gotta check your bag. Baby, don't be mad at me. It's the rules of the TSA. Baby, let me check it one more time. I know this line's moving slow, but safety's how we roll, you know, baby. When the scanner starts to beep, I gotta check again before you leave. Baby, let me check it one more time at the all-new Pittsburgh Airport line. Girl, I see you there. You can't bring through. Guns, big lotion, water bottles too. Baby, when your flight is called and you're walking down that hall, remember I'm your escort at the all-new Pittsburgh Airport. Pittsburgh. Last call for boarding.
Probably going to be delayed. From Pittsburgh, it's oneBURGH Tonight. Tonight's guests, ESPN's Brooke Pryor and Senator Nick Pisciottano. Featuring Ryan McBride, Jordan Allen, Sean Donaldson, Goodneck, Stephen Sims, Reverend Dasher Rocket, and a prepared dish by Private Chef Frank. And now, from the Shenderovich and Fishman Studios, it's oneBURGH Tonight!
oneBURGH's going down! oneBURGH's going down!
And here's your host, Brian Carothers.
Welcome to oneBURGH Tonight. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm Brian Carothers, Yinzer and Chief of oneBURGH, Pittsburgh's largest social media network. We're on television now. We can't expect you to keep your phone fully charged at all times. Sometimes the phone dies, especially on a weekend like this, and you're stuck to watch television. And we know, they're not talking about me. Truthfully, Doug, you've never been responsible in your life, especially with your phone. Yes, you got into IUP, but yeah. Thank you for joining us for our second show. Last week was a show filled with comedy, fun, and 4 disclaimers. This is true. In 1 hour, our network, 22 The Point, said 4 times that the views expressed on oneBURGH Tonight are not necessarily the views of 22 The Point. Now, listen, guys, we know we got the best covering us, Shenderovich, and Fishman. We're not worried about anything. But we get it. The Point's conservative. Some things you stand by, others you don't stand by. Sue oneBURGH. Don't even worry about it. But with that disclaimer, I think there's a couple things we can all agree on. 1, Steely McBeam makes us all feel weird. 2, it's physically impossible to merge correctly at the Fort Pitt Bridge, so just go as fast as you can. The Point agrees. Fries on Pittsburgh salads, that ruins both the salad and the fries. And we must stop this.
Almost any parking lot, it's easy to find litter on the ground, but here at the Crafton Ingram Shopping Center, there are beans on the pavement that a business owner says were used to vandalize his car.
Yes, the bean monster must be stopped before the NFL draft comes to Pittsburgh. Imagine the bad press when NFL legend Ronnie Lott's car is beaned. We can't do that. Now, our first show also made a difference, not politically or religiously, but it did provide unintended fun. Like oneBURGH member Kate said directly to me, Brian, stop playing with your glasses. It's so distracting. We started a drinking game every time you touch your face, and now we're all drunk. Okay, she is absolutely right. It is wildly distracting, and I will call my eye doctor, but is that really what you want, Kate? What about your husband? Is that what he really wants? Because I'm sure that alcohol led to a night that you'll never forget, reminded you of being in college. Or, wait, are you in the living room right now? Mr. Kate's husband? No regrets, baby. Tonight, it starts all over again. But you can take it from here. By the way, enticing viewers to drink and get it on is not necessarily the opinion of 22 The Point. We had to say that. Now, speaking of Valentine's Day and getting it on, the city of Pittsburgh had a blitz on potholes on Valentine's Day, sending 30 trucks to fill holes with warm tar, eyeing up the approach. Filling holes on Valentine's Day. Mayor O'Connor, you nasty dog, you. All the same day that Pittsburgh announced how many days are left before the NFL draft? Whew, Pittsburgh is frisky, man. No wonder my Valentine texted me that her jackrabbit will fly off the rails when we hit the double hump, especially at night. Okay, she may be talking about Kennywood and her favorite parts of it. I'm not sure. Now, Pittsburgh wasn't the only government working last week. Harrisburg was busy too. It's been a rough couple months for the Commonwealth. Budget fights, shutdowns, funding concerns, layoff fears. Harrisburg must take bold action to rebuild trust. All right, who's with me? On 3. Pennsylvania rocks on 3. 1, 2. Oh, and let's help the kids compete in Commonwealth for the future and the opportunities to be ready to lead our state when we're all gone. For the kids. 3.
State bill is adding cursive writing back into school lessons. How about that? The legislation requires elementary and private schools to include cursive handwriting in their curriculum.
Penmanship. Yes, wait, not infrastructure, education, roads, Cursive writing. That will unite a nation because nothing prepares kids for the future like writing like it's 1895. What can keep our kids on pace with China? I know, correct capital Q's that look like the number 2. That should do it. Take that, China. By the way, what is that thing? They ran out of ideas on cursive writing. They're like, we got nothing left. Now think of the extra work that's on already burdened teachers. Not only do they have to teach cursive, they have to teach kids what a pen is, what's paper, what's a pencil. But Shapiro wants it. He gets it. He knows how important it is. He even signed the bill in cursive, which was a very nice touch. Josh knows that cursive writing has guided his career to the highest office. We should follow Josh's lead in time to sharpen our writing utensils. We're going to follow Josh. Wait a second. He writes in block letters too. He doesn't write in cursive. That's for you, Kate. Josh writes in block point. He writes like a doctor. This is silly. Kids can type 100 words a minute while gaming and FaceTiming. But Pennsylvania's like, but can you do it like Thomas Jefferson? Does it matter? We have cars, furnaces. We can advance. If TJ had Microsoft Word, the Declaration of Independence would have been double-spaced, Times New Roman, and spell check. John Hancock would have just simply hit bold. Okay. Back in Pittsburgh, we don't have time for cursive writing. We're in a catastrophe. We don't even have laws anymore. We're so busy digging out our parking spots. We will shovel for hours and we will place a chair there. That's the law. And to let everyone know this is our spot, the chair is there, and if you touch it, I will kill you.
These seats, they're not lawn chairs. They're not set up for musical chairs. Even this table's not to be messed with.
Whoa, scary, not to be messed with. Now, I think America was founded on, of course, assumed law. Everybody knows that. But it can be controlled. Mayor O'Connor, he has an idea. Mayor, help us. Everyone relax. Corey's got this.
Say Pittsburgh, there's a lot of chairs popping up on your street. So please respect the chair law, whatever you want to call it, in the neighborhoods.
Yes. Respect the chair law, or whatever you call it. It's not a law, but hey, be cool, everybody. We don't know what to do. But there were reports everywhere that fights broke out, snow was put on cars that stole spots. That's the problem with lawlessness. We respected the chair, but technically Corey didn't say respect the Pittsburgh parking ottoman, or the baby carrier, or the lamp, or the ladders that were stacked like the Hardy Boys, and of course, Pittsburgh Parking Jesus. Maybe if we wrote on a sign in cursive writing, "Don't take my spot, you jagoff," we would all understand. It's so easy, so easy. But that's for you, Katie. Also, the time is now. Should blocking a spot with your chair become a true law in Pittsburgh? Would it prevent issues and solve problems? We go live now to Reverend Dasher Rocket, who has an exclusive interview. Dasher?
Pittsburgh Parking Chairs had a moment. Do they hold true legal authority? I'm going to find out. Can we make change?
Okay, interesting. Yeah, now did you talk to a city planner or a lawmaker?
No, I actually just talked to some parking chairs.
Wait, what?
Roll it.
When spring comes and the snow melts, where do you go? Are you like Santa Claus? Do you disappear? Or is it like the Easter Bunny, where you just kind of go off and be eaten later on by the families? Do you think the Middle East crisis is fixable in your lifetime?
Wait, I'm sorry, Dasher. People eat the Easter Bunny? What were you talking about on that?
You're so provincial, Brian. Why don't you get out of Allegheny County every once in a while?
Okay, let's get serious. Is there anyone else that you seriously spoke to about parking chairs?
Of course. I spoke to another chair, and it got awkward. Roll it.
No, wait, no more of this.
Mayor Corey O'Connell said that people should respect parking chair laws. Do you respect yourself? You're naked. obviously hiding something.
Dasher, it's Mayor O'Connor, not Mayor O'Connell.
Roll it.
No, wait, don't roll it.
Roll it.
What are your thoughts on that movie set in Pittsburgh where you can see Bruce Willis's dong?
Dasher, we're never having you back on oneBURGH Tonight
Brian.
ever again.
Come on. This is a good idea. I told you.
February is Black History Month, and Pittsburgh has a long-standing history to honor African Americans. Here to talk about it, the former mayor of Pittsburgh and our only black mayor, Ed Gainey. Ed?
Yeah.
Hi, Ed.
Whatever.
Welcome to the show.
Brian, thank you for having me on the show. And to the residents of Pittsburgh watching tonight, let me just say, thanks for nothing.
All right. Well, Mayor, regardless, it's an honor to have you.
Yeah, well, the honor's all yours. I used to be mayor of Pittsburgh, and now I'm the lead in the paid programming on 22 The Point.
Yeah, I can see. Happy Black History Month to you, Ed.
Why? What's so happy about it? By my estimation, this might be the worst Black History Month in Pittsburgh history.
How?
Well, let's see. Mike Tomlin resigns as the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, replaced by Mike McCarthy. Mm-hmm. Andrew McCutcheon isn't getting re-signed by the Pirates, sticking with Ryan O'Hearn. Mm-hmm. And I'm gone, replaced by Corinthians Ocamba. All replaced by white guys.
It's Corey O'Connor.
Whatever, Corinthians Ocala, whatever he wants to say, man. Oh, well, could it get any worse? Oh, by the way, a foot of white snow covered everything, making everybody forget about the black ice around here.
Oh, when you put it that way, it is kind of off-putting. But nonetheless, isn't it more about history, not just one moment?
History? Yeah. Pittsburgh voted me in, and they voted me out. They sealed the deal. They made me Black history. Not Black history in the future, not Black history in one day. Black history now. I was Black present. I'm only 55. My picture is next to Josh Gibson at the History Center. I'm still alive, Brian, and I had oatmeal this morning.
Oh, it's good. It's good to know. When you put it that way, it does feel kind of fast, Ed, right?
Yeah, somehow we went from black to black and white, as in my picture is in a hallway where people aren't even here anymore. This has become Black History Life. I'm a real life Hall of Presidents. I'm not no robot.
I see that. When you put it that way, it's really not ideal.
Now listen, Kobe Ochetta is a good guy, but I wonder for a second, does it hurt Black History Month that a black mayor got replaced by a white man?
That's complicated.
I checked the numbers, okay. Britannia. Look here. Does this hurt Black History Month? 10% said yes, 20% said no, and then 70% said, wait, besides race, ain't they the same person? Now that last one hurts the most. Corey and I do have a lot in common.
Like what?
Well, we've both been yelled at in a Giant Eagle parking lot by a guy in pajama pants, and that man is Rick Earl.
Okay. Wait, why does Rick Earl wear pajama pants to Giant Eagle? Oh, anyway, let's switch topics. You have a new job, Mayor.
That's right. I've been appointed to the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board, which means I am now professionally qualified to talk about gambling.
Well, congrats. I mean, a lot of people wonder, do you have the experience for that job?
Let's see. Well, Brian, I ran Pittsburgh. Every day was a gamble. 50% of the ambulances didn't work. 75% of the bridges are breaking. 100% of my proposed budget was wrong. But did you die? No, I know all about gambling.
I guess you're right. Well, hey, good luck with the new job. And when will we see you again in Pittsburgh?
Well, in Pittsburgh, I'll be at the draft enjoying my city and reminding people I'm still alive. Now, Britannia, I gotta go. I got a meeting with DraftKings to set the odds about which bridge is about to collapse and I'm about to collect. I'll catch you later.
Okay, Ed Gainey, everybody. Thank you, Ed. Great to see you. Thank you very much. Ed Gainey, everybody. Late winter in Pittsburgh is a weird time of year. Too cold to do anything outside, too warm to ski, and everyone's just kind of waiting for spring. So we thought we'd bring in someone who claims to know how to make the most of this time of year in our city. Please welcome the founder and CEO of SOAR Industries, Will Yanketoff. Will, thank you.
Brian, thank you for having me. It is great to be here. And frankly, ever since my ex-wife learned how to use a crossbow, well, it's great to be anywhere.
Okay, that sounds different. Will, what should people be doing around Pittsburgh this time of year?
Well, Brian, it's actually the busiest season at SOAR Industries because, well, people are, they're stuck inside all winter. and they're looking for something to do that's exciting, something different. Sometimes they just want to get it up in the air a little while.
Okay, you mean a helicopter ride?
Oh, that's exactly right. Brian, at Soar Industries, we provide top-of-the-line experiences with helicopter tours of the most beautiful scenic aerial views that Pittsburgh has to offer.
That sounds great.
Well, for example, one of our most popular packages right now is Soar Oakmont. It's very scenic, a classic experience, great for beginners.
Will, what do you mean by beginners?
Well, you don't want to start too aggressive, Brian. You want to ease into it.
Okay, makes sense.
Or maybe you want to experience local history with Soar Homestead. A little more industrial, a little rough around the edges, but people love it.
Okay, sounds like a fun way to see some different areas, Will.
That's exactly right, Brian. And recently, we've started expanding south with our newest location in Peters Township.
What's it called?
Well, that's right. Now we have Soar Peters. You'll get to come aboard one of our newest state-of-the-art choppers, and we'll get it up and keep it up for an entire hour with Soar Peters. It's an experience you'll never forget. An afternoon that's exhilarating, eye-opening, and downright raw. And that's why Soar Peters can't be beat.
Well, you're aware of how this sounds, right?
You mean like a good time? And I'm also excited to announce that tonight, well, after a brief courtship with the county airport, we have finally consummated the deal. And next month, just 9 months after initial conception, we will officially have Soar Beaver. That's right. See beaver like you've never seen beaver before in a helicopter.
You're doing this on purpose, right, Will? Like
Brian, people just love beaver.
Yeah.
In fact, they love it so much, we're going to give them Soar Beaver.
Okay, I feel like I'm walking into this, Will.
And now, exclusively for your viewers, you can have the full experience. See, some of our customers like to tour one neighborhood at a time, and others prefer to go all in one weekend. So now you can access our entire roster of tour packages at just half the price.
Wow.
That's right, our whole roster. Just go to our website and purchase all of our packages. And at checkout, you'll enter in the promo code SOARWHOLE. And for an unbelievably low price, you'll get all of our packages for what we call the Soar Whole experience.
Okay, of course you do, Will.
And now, if you have children, you're
No, Will, let's not.
Well, are you sure?
You know what? It's so late.
Okay.
Children probably
that's
aren't up.
your call.
We'll maybe get to it next time.
Okay.
Will Yankedoff, everybody.
Thank you, Brian.
Founder of Soar Industries.
Hey,
Thank you, Will.
Help us pay for our helicopter debts, everyone.
Thank you so much, Will. We'll be right back with more oneBURGH tonight and Brooke Pryor.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Skip Jabrowski with the oneBURGH Tech Corner. Tonight's topic is passwords. Passwords are the #1 reason people need tech support. Suggestion number 1. When setting your password, choose something memorable but secure, such as 15, 10, 21, 8, 25, 13, 20, 11, 27. As you all know, those are the numbers for the Pirates' 1971 starting lineup. Now don't everybody use this very one, because then it wouldn't be secure anymore. Everybody else, just mix them up. If letters are required, maybe try Horsey Sauce Whisperer tilde 42 euros, or nothing equals feminine like Chantilly closed curly brackets. I like to think I'm really smart, so I use homophones, homonyms, and or homograms like 42 carat 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 carat, or air pipe lesson 42. Suggestion number 2. Use a password manager such as NordPass or OnePass, or I don't know, it just offered to say my password. But not LastPass, because they got hacked that one time. These password managers remember all of your passwords for you, so you'll never have any trouble with passwords ever again. They'll work with up to 60% of the apps you use and will almost definitely be useless for your job. Suggestion number 3. If you're having trouble logging in, some systems have a forgot password button. Little known fact, as long as that button exists, you'll never have to remember password again in your life. Just make a new one. Yet another great way to stick it to the man. Additional note, a lot of sites these days require two-factor authentication, which usually means they send you a text on your phone to verify your identity. You might be thinking, oh, what a pain. And to that, I say, enjoy it while it lasts, because three-factor and four-factor authentication are on the way, and they're going to make two-factor look like breathing air. And that's it for tonight's oneBURGH Tech Corner. Keep it techie, Pittsburgh.
Feels wrong because, well, it's a dirty place.
I worked on the island from 2005 to 2009. Odd jobs, cleanup work, whatever I could do. It was a job.
It's sketchy as hell.
What do you want me to say?
I've been to the island multiple times.
Don't ask me about politicians or celebrities. I don't have a clue.
I never saw Bill Clinton.
No, that person came by a boat. There's A-listers on the island.
Redact all the names you want. Black them out. If you've been to the island, you've been to the island.
I only can tell you what I saw.
I don't care what people think of me.
When people found out I was on the island, they were shocked.
Yeah, I'd go back.
Did I have fun on the island? Yeah.
You know what? Don't blur my face. Show my name. Tell the entire world. Put me on a list. I'd go back to the island right now.
And we want you back. Neville Island is for everyone of all ages. This island has a list of fun, and your name is on it. Bowling, golfing, skating, 2 gas stations, and an industrial side that no one really understands. This spring, come back to the island. So many activities, it feels like a crime. But it's not. Conveniently connected by bridge to both Coriopolis and McKees Rocks. Paid for by the Neville Island Department of Tourism.
Welcome back to oneBURGH Tonight. I'm your host, Brian Carothers, here at the Shenderovich and Fishman Studios here on 22 The Point. Our guest tonight is Brooke Pryor from ESPN. She showed up. Brooke, thanks for coming.
Thanks. I felt like it was a trick a little bit because it was building 10 and the numbers don't go in order.
They
And
don't.
I took a whole tour of the entire office park before I finally found building 10. I was like, is this one of those things where you told me a building that doesn't exist?
Right.
Just to see what would happen.
And we're filming you
yeah, exactly.
secretly to be like, look what we did. We made the ESPN person look stupid.
Which was your favorite building on the way here?
I think building 9 was
Yeah.
especially lovely, especially the person that was very frustrated when I just stopped in the middle of the parking lot and they had to like zoom around me. They were trying to leave work.
Yeah, this place is a mess. It's a mess.
I'd like to apologize to them.
But I want to tell you, you look calm and relaxed for being on 22 The Point. We don't want you to be nervous.
I took a beta blocker in the car on the
Good.
way in. Like all good,
Yeah, good.
Celebrities do, obviously.
Of course.
How else do you
You're on
relax?
drugs, of course. We're breaking it. Of course. Well, welcome. We're fans. And I want to say a lot of people are excited that you're here because for Pittsburgh, this is a big deal. The Steelers are religion. This is like ESPN's like EWTN in Pittsburgh, and the Rooneys are Mother Angelica. You know that already,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, I like that EWTN comparison. My grandpa watched a lot of EWTN.
Yeah.
He wasn't Catholic, but he did, he had aspirations.
Yeah, and you were, when you joined here, you were in Kansas City. You came to Pittsburgh. That's a similar insane fan base from here to there?
Very much so. And at the time that I left Kansas City, they hadn't won a Super Bowl yet. They had lost to Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game in overtime. But they were still, a rabid fan base. It wasn't what it is now. Like Taylor Swift had not entered the picture. Now I feel like it's much more nationwide. At the time, it was still a regional fan base. And they didn't quite have the same level of hope and expectations every year. I think they had the hope, but the expectation was, well, there's going to be a soul-crushing loss somehow. Like things are going to be weird.
Yeah.
We're not expecting Super Bowls yet. Versus here, they've already had the success. It happened before I got here, but they've seen what those Super Bowl runs, postseason runs look like. So kind of what you have to do to achieve that. And so I think the fans are much more, maybe not disillusioned, but just feel this, we need to win now kind of a thing. And the Chiefs initially, when I left, were like, we're just happy to be in the conversation.
We're alive.
And, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Go
go ahead.
Would you compare it at all to, like, you went to UNC, correct?
Mhm.
Would you compare it all to the atmosphere of, like, their expectations with their basketball team every year?
Yes, and also before I was in Kansas City, I covered OU football, and that the OU football very similar to Pittsburgh, where like it's not just good enough. The first year I was there, they didn't make. I guess it wasn't the playoff at the time, but they didn't make the post. They didn't make the national championship game. Maybe it was the playoff. Whatever it was. They made the Sugar Bowl, which is great, but
not enough though.
Exactly,
for OU.
It's not enough when you have Baker Mayfield, when you have a Heisman finalist. He won the Heisman the second year I was there, and then that's when they lost to to Georgia in the Rose Bowl in that crazy game. And like, it's not enough to just get to the postseason, to be in the Rose Bowl. Like, no, you need to win. You need to be playing for a national championship.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think that Steelers football is very similar to that in terms, especially of religion. That's Oklahoma is all about OU football. And, yes, there's a rivalry with Texas and there's a rivalry with Oklahoma State. But at the end of the day, like, you're competing against yourself to win national titles the way that the Steelers want to win Super Bowls. That's the ultimate goal. It doesn't matter if you win the AFC North. It's where are you at the very end of the season?
Yeah. And your job is exhausting by nature, right? So even when they're winning, it's exhausting. They're losing, it's exhausting. And the NFL circus is always moving, especially here. So you got a lot of content at all times.
It's a blessing and a curse. I mean, honestly, the worst thing a team can be is middle of the pack for my job and for what I like to do. Like, it's more interesting when they're either winning a lot or losing a lot. If they're just right in the middle, which is funny because the Steelers have been that kind of recently, but they've been they still break the trend.
Well, it's Kardashian-like, don't you think? Even beyond being an okay football team. And I don't want killed, but we're okay, right? We're there. We have success that a lot of other teams and fan bases would want, but there just seems to be, there's a lot of, we don't have Taylor Swift, but there's a backstory happening every day of the week.
I love that Kardashian. So even if you're not doing anything, people will tune in to watch you like shake a salad up. Like that's, that is exactly what it's like covering the Steelers. If you sneeze, if Mike Tomlin or now Mike McCarthy sneezes, there might be a headline on ESPN.
What was Tomlin's relationship locally? So you see it at a national level with ESPN. Tomlin was not available. I mean, he went out of his way to not say goodbye, right? That hasn't come yet. Did you see a bias or did you see a dividing line that he's like, well, we'll talk to you, but we're not going to talk to these local schlubs?
Not necessarily. I think that I was not surprised that he didn't give a press conference leaving, because his whole career has been the only people who matter are the people in the building. And as long as they know what my intention is and they know what my thought process is, that's all that matters. I don't need to share that with the public, with the media, unless the only time he would share things with the media is if he's trying to get a message through to the guys in the locker room. So when he delivered his "I'm walking away" speech to them, like, they know, they got the message. He didn't feel like he needed to reiterate it to us. I think
Chat GPT goodbye to everybody. Hey Google, how do I say goodbye to the city after 19 years?
He decided he wanted to make a clean break, and he did it. I mean, he's been living it up this off season. He's been doing a lot of family stuff. He's been at his daughter's gymnastics meets. He was just at NC Central, which is, talk about a funny full.
He's a Bigfoot sighting now, right? When you see him, you go, oh my God, Tomlin.
So the weird thing is, my first non-UNC job out of college, I graduated in 2014. I started covering NC Central basketball in winter of 2014. Lavelle Moton was the head coach. He's still the head coach. Mike Tomlin and Lavelle Moton are incredibly close friends. And the first time I was up here at training camp, I'm, in Latrobe, I think I was in the cafeteria, and all of a sudden I see this guy walk in, and I said, wait a minute, is that Lavelle? Lavelle Moton comes up to every training camp. I see him at games during the season. And today I just reposted, Mike Tomlin was down at NC Central for one of Lavelle's games.
Wow.
Never in a million years would I have thought that the first job I had, the first head coach I dealt with that wasn't a UNC coach, would end up being such close friends with the guy that I would cover 10 years into my career in a different sport.
So I've noticed, like, I'm a big fan of just about every sport, but in the NFL, it seems like teams intentionally mislead people in your position.
100%.
Do you ever already know when they send you something like this isn't real, or is it like something where they're like? Because I'm always curious about that. I see it in like the NFL more than anything. Like they're like, oh, this is happening, and then it completely opposite happens.
I don't know if there's that level of misdirection. I think that there's always what they say publicly and then what the real truth is, right? And there's probably a grain of truth, or it's rooted in truth, what they'll say, what they'll, in a press conference, if you ask about player discipline or something like that, it might be like, well, we're really disappointed in this guy. We hope he gets better. But behind the scenes, he's actually been like ripping this guy to shreds, kind of a thing. I have not been put in the position of like, hey, we're going to trade for this guy, or like, hey,
no one's leaked it to you.
No, that does not happen. I have not been used as a pawn in like a trade negotiation or contract negotiation. Honestly, I hope one day that's
Brooke,
the goal.
wait a second. So here's just to lead into this. You're on the road every day of the year. If Mike Tomlin goes not Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy goes to dinner, they're like, go follow him there. You're back, you're fourth, you're on the road, you're here. And then you wake up and find out Adam Schefter's reporting that we did something. Where's Brooke Pryor? How does this Adam Schefter get his hands on everything and you're on the ground?
That's just how it works. That's the name of the game, because Adam's been doing it a lot longer than I have.
Okay.
Relationships are everything. He doesn't have to be here to know people.
Right.
And sometimes my job is absolutely to break the news if I can get it. But because I'm on the ground, Adam might get the news from an agent or someone. Like, the agents aren't in Pittsburgh. They know Adam better than they know me because he's been doing this longer. But then that's where I come in on the back end and give all the context.
Okay, Brooke, finally, and we're going to bring Chef Frank in because he wants to feed
But you're going to say Schefter, and now we're just going to...
Schefter's coming in.
You just said
That's his code word.
it's going to be a pay-per-view, and here he
He's
comes.
coming in to talk to you about it. Chef Frank is going to come in to feed you. We're going to dump McBride out. Steelers record next season. Where do you see it? Come on, just tell us. You already know it's scripted.
You're right, and that's why.
And you're part of it.
Well, and that's why we take those security courses on ESPN. Don't
Right.
leave the material out,
I know.
for situations just like this.
Yeah.
This is actually in our scenarios.
Right.
I think it's going to be a status quo. You're going to get 10 wins.
Oh, here we go again.
11 wins.
Right.
I am not convinced that this is the move that is going to shake things up. If anything, I think it sets the organization farther back in terms of being a real contender, because you need to tear down to build it back up, or at least tear down to a degree. The Seahawks, the Super Bowl is fascinating because it was very much the two schools of how you move on from a long-time franchise head coach and quarterback. The Seahawks never completely tore it down. They had some seasons where they weren't super competitive and they were kind of quiet. The Patriots tore all the way down and had to, have some 4-win seasons. There are two different ways to do it, but you still have to make radical changes in both, whether or not you're bottoming out. This wasn't a radical change. So I don't see it ending in being in the Super Bowl next year.
And how about McCarthy's press conference? I couldn't believe it. He looked like he came out of cocoon.
We had that live on oneBURGH.
You're right, yeah. All right, Chef Frank will join us next with Brooke Pryor for pasta. All right, here we go. Chef Frank.
Yes, sir. Hey, hey.
Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me again.
And what camera am I looking at? Oh, before we get to Chef Frank CPC, last week I didn't say Chef Frank CPC, Brooke. And you're a journalist, things are important. Yes. Certified private chef in what, a
300-mile vicinity. The next closest one's either Philadelphia or Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to have them killed. So the range will expand. Have you met Brooke Pryor from ESPN?
Now I'm party to a crime, so really, what an introduction.
Now, Brooke, here's what we need. Brooke and all her fancy media friends before training camp should have you at whatever large Airbnb you live at in Latrobe. And Frank should come out.
Yes, 100%. Yes, we need to first find the large, fancy Airbnb, and then we will have you over, because that sounds amazing.
Do you ever just get to Latrobe and just go, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, you just live in an RV now.
Ugh.
But it's, you know what? It's lovely because Sharky's is there. And Sharky's has a lot of icy mango.
Okay.
And that is
That's all that matters.
the nectar of the gods.
Okay, listen, Frank, I apologize. CPC, Brooke. So when you're doing the write-up on this,
Yes.
Chef Frank,
Yes.
CPC.
You got it,
Put it
my
right
friend.
here. It's going right there. All right, what have you made today, Frank?
All right, so this week we are having the classic Italian Alfredo. So this is just 3 basic ingredients: pasta water, butter, and Parmigiano Reggiano. That's all it is. But since I'm Private Chef Frank, we have to kick it up a notch, and we're going to make it rain with some fresh black winter truffle today.
Black winter truffle.
I'm so
Wow.
excited.
Can I touch it?
You can touch it.
Have you ever handled a black truffle, Brooke?
No, I thought that was charcoal, honestly.
Oh, my God.
Give
Activated
the smell,
charcoal
it's
is
just the perfumey. Once I start grating it, it's going to fill this entire room up with the smell.
Oh.
I feel bad saying that I love mushrooms, that I'd never held a truffle, sniffed a truffle, done anything other than eat a truffle.
What? How much does a truffle go for? When you go to Aldi, how much do they sell a truffle for?
That's
When we
really-
go to Aldi.
You know, that's Aldi Reserve.
That's black label truffle at
This
Aldi.
right here, this is about 1 ounce of black winter truffle. This
Yeah.
is about $150. This is imported from Italy.
Whoa.
Yes.
It's crack cocaine, Brooke. Does smell good. All right, Chef, do your best. Look at, you can't see off camera, Ryan McBride is like, he's drooling. Here, check that out.
Just threw $150.
Just throw it around the room, you know.
He left. Put my kids through college with truffle. So, Brooke, I want to tell you this, and you said that you do go all over the country. You
I go
live in
all
North
over.
Carolina, you're all over. Frank can come to North Carolina for you because
Yes.
he's a Tar Heel lover too. My wife and I went to a dinner at Frank's sister's house.
Yes.
He made this pasta, and she's pregnant now.
Oh my gosh.
Not by me. Not by me.
Not by Frank. But we're
That was
expecting.
one of those things that as a journalist, you just don't ask a follow-up on. You don't want answers to certain questions.
Right. Truffle Carothers, we're expecting an arrival in November. We're looking forward to
Wow.
it. Now, don't skimp on the truffle, Frank.
All right, all right.
How much
Here we
is
go.
too much? Like,
There's never too much with truffle.
Are there people who you go, we can't give you that much? Whoa.
Some clients.
This is about $40 of truffle for Brooke. Where's
Easily.
Schefter now?
I was going to have a PB&J for dinner.
For you, my friend.
Yes. Where's Adam Schefter now? He's at home eating PB&J.
He's not giving
Wow.
much
Thank
for
you,
eating
Frank. Thank
truffle.
you.
Please enjoy.
Oh, this is great. What a perk. If you ever get a show, Brooke, you have a show on Disney Plus.
Vibe check, yes.
Why don't you have a chef?
You know what? We have interviewed a chef before, but it was via Zoom.
Okay.
And I realized what an error that was.
Yeah, what a miss. What a miss.
We could have had this.
Oh, boy.
Next time.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have twins, Frank. McBride, come in. Have
Just
this.
as good as last time?
It just kills, man. Here, sit right here. Oh, my God. Whoa. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think, Brooke?
Incredible.
Incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know, even on plastic utensils. Fantastic.
I mean, hey, only the best here.
Yeah. All right, Private Chef Frank is available for your parties anywhere in the world. Call him, even Latrobe or North Carolina Tar Heels can call him if we know any. Maybe Bristol.
Yes. All of the above.
Oh, you should cater Brooks post ESPY party next year. You need an ESPY party with Private Chef Frank. All right, we'll be back with more oneBURGH tonight here on 22 The Point. This truffle's worth more than the network. Inside the Shenderovich and Fishman studios, I'm Brian Carothers. Welcome back to oneBURGH tonight. Our guest tonight is the very famous and very popular and very fair Senator Nick Pisciottano. Nick, welcome to oneBURGH tonight.
Good to see you.
I got to say, I'm a fan. I like center. I like middle of the road. I like reasonable people, and like Ryan, I think is the same way. Although he is socially outrageous. But I applaud you, man. This is a difficult world to try to find middle of the road, and I think you're doing a great job.
Thanks. We just, wake up every morning and try and help people out. That's the job.
But what drew you to politics? It's such a divisive world, right? Like, and it's crazy. Like, why would you want to do this?
Also wake up in the morning and sometimes think that too. my story is that I was always involved but never ran for anything. I decided to run when my predecessor retired in January 2020. That lasted for about 6 weeks, and then COVID happened. And so actually the first time I ran for office was through the pandemic, which was eye-opening because it showed how many people need help, and that if your elected officials are doing their job, they're able to provide help for people and make sure that they have what they need.
Now, you're a newbie to the game. Maybe you can help me with this. How does every senator know my cell phone number and text me? I mean, Valerie Gatos has my number.
Well, that must be because
you were just in Harrisburg. Tell Shapiro to quit texting me.
That must be because you're a big-time donor, and once you donate to one person, they sell your information to everybody else so that you can, hit them. They can hit you up for more money. You look like you're doing a good job on that. We're gonna let you handle that.
I didn't say it's not called spaghetti. The chef's out there crying. So, Nick, let me ask you. Sorry, I got a little black truffle. I just coughed up $40 of black truffle. One more. Let me ask you. Here's something that is so fascinating to me, and it was something that made me want to reach out to you even again. Was this thing that's going on in supermarkets? Your consumer advocacy. You're right. That's one of your areas in the Senate. Should Giant Eagle and Shop and Save and all of these grocery stores be allowed to change the prices on a stop of a dime?
No. So the technology of the world has allowed all these companies to do what Uber kind of started with, this surge pricing thing, where, hey, if we can charge more for something, we will, and we'll switch the price right away, and you'll pay more, or most likely. And it's really led us down a path where why can't people or businesses just tell me what something costs? If I want to go to the Steelers game and I go on StubHub or Ticketmaster or whatever, why can't you just tell me what the price is? Why is it got to be, here's one price. Then if you click through a couple more things, then that's the price plus a couple fees. Then there's some tax. Maybe there's some other stuff.
Right.
If I want to rent an Airbnb, why can't I just see the price of a place?
Look at Bruno Mars, right? There's people who save up their whole year to go see Bruno
Taylor
Mars.
Swift was
it's
a good
going to be the
example.
summer event, and you go, I can afford to go, and you're working your ass off for this money. You get to the register, and it's $80 more than you thought. Right. That maybe to Taylor Swift that doesn't matter, but it matters to someone in Munhall.
Well, and we talk about it in the terms of like an Uber or a sporting ticket or whatever. Those are not essential goods, right? Those are fun things that you hope to do in your life and enjoy yourself. But imagine that model applied to bread, where you're in the bread aisle and you think you're paying $2 for that loaf of bread, and maybe you pick that loaf of bread because it's a little cheaper than the other loaf you might want. But then you get to the checkout aisle, and all of a sudden that's more than what you thought it was in the aisle, and it's just not fair. It's a way to gouge people out of money. And we want to make sure.
Look at their cameras. Can't we get smarter and smarter with AI? Can't we know that your heart rate's up and you need some bread besides storms? But for some reason, you're a new dad, right? You got to get water, or you have to get formula, or you have to get something. They're going to eventually know that your price of formula is more than what mine would be.
Exactly, and I don't want to pick on Giant Eagle because I don't think they're doing this yet. But there are companies.
He's getting money
out
from
there.
Giant Eagle, everybody.
Big Eagle. I did get this shirt at Giant Eagle.
He's getting big Eagle money.
Were there fees on it?
I didn't wash it because it still smells like the rotisserie chicken. So I try and keep. That's like the
nice
new car
ad,
smell.
Nick. Nice ad, Senator. But no, we're not picking on Giant Eagle, of course.
But there are grocery chains who have done these kind of things. Or another example is the prices are lower in the morning, and then they go up in the middle of the day because that's where senior citizens shop, and that's who's in the grocery store in the middle of the day. So they charge a little bit more for that demographic. Then they drop it down for the after work crowd, or vice versa. The working family, the formula is going to be more expensive at 5 o'clock because that's when people who are working their job it's not a huge problem yet, but you can see it easily becoming a huge problem. And I would rather just say, no, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to protect people and make sure that they know the price of the things that they need to buy and they're not being ripped off.
Which grocery store chain is that? Is that Ticketmaster's grocery store?
Yeah, right.
The answer to your question is think of the biggest grocery chains in the country, and I bet you can find your answer pretty quickly because they have the ability to do it, and they have the market share, and
it has to be stopped. It's fundamentally wrong. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. All right, we mentioned the kids now. You're a new dad, right? Or is this your first go-round at it?
No, my wife and I are blessed. We have a 4-year-old son, and we just welcomed a boy and a girl twins 3 months ago.
What are the names?
My 4-year-old is Nico. My twins are Oliver and Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn Pisciottano.
Yeah, we didn't do her any favors. She's going to have all the letters.
Yeah, that's going to be brutal in first grade when you have to learn how to write your name.
Every letter.
But everyone says, "Oh, we love that name," so she'll get that.
It's pretty. And you were saying that now a new issue that's close to your heart is time off, not just for maternity but for paternity.
Yeah, I mean, we want people to. I mean, Pennsylvania has a population problem. We're losing too many people. We're not attracting people. Pittsburgh in general has a lot of younger people who come here for school and then go somewhere else for their careers, right? So how do we retain people and make sure they stay here? And you got to offer those supports to people who want to start families or want to grow their families. And my wife and I, even though I have leave and we have good jobs, it's difficult to bring kids in the world. It's very expensive. I mean, I don't think it was ever cheap, but it's really bad right now. And
what's King Shapiro think about this? Have you run this past him?
Supportive of paid leave. Yeah, I mean, he's the same way. It's how do you support families, right? How do you make sure people have the opportunity to grow their families if they want to? And part of that is who can take 12 weeks off without pay? Anyone, nobody at any level. Can. I mean, unless you're independently wealthy, you can't do that.
Right.
And so how do you welcome children into the world? And you have women who need to heal after birth. You have men who need to take care of their families. How are you expecting them to do that in a good way to set their family up for success unless they know that they can, be paid in that period and go back to work when they're ready?
This is more common practice in other countries, correct?
I think every other developed country besides America has some kind of paid leave. There's European countries
that. Is that the beginning
of
every sentence now? Like, it doesn't even matter what you say at the end. You go, and they do bull riding better. It's just every country in the world except us also knows light bulbs better. Like, it's like we're falling behind just in normalcy.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you look at a global perspective, certainly there are other countries that do this and do it well. But even if you look at other states around Pennsylvania, there are states that have policies or programs that help, support families a little bit better. And so we need to do more. You want people to stay here, grow their families. My family has lived in Allegheny County since the American Civil War. We were able to find success here. And that's not...
Here we go. He's running. Go ahead.
No, I'm not on ballot this year, so you're safe. That's not an unusual story, right? There's a lot of people who have deep roots in this area, and their families were able to come here, succeed, and then the next generation stayed here and succeeded. That's not happening so much anymore, and so we need to figure out new ways to protect people and help them grow.
There it is. There you go. Standing ovation. Senator Nick Pisciottano.
Nick is good.
How about Nick? How about this guy, Nick? Is he great? Fantastic.
You finally got it right.
And tell Valerie Gatos to quit texting me. Thank you, Senator Nick. We'll be back with more oneBURGH tonight from the Shenderovich and Fishman studios after these words.
Hey, Pittsburgh, who's ready for some great barbecue?
Ribs.
You're in luck because there's a great new barbecue place that just opened in Pittsburgh that has a very famous owner.
Maybe it's a food influencer?
No.
An athlete. Maybe a Steeler.
No.
How about a politician, like someone important?
No.
Who?
The chairman of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bob Nutting.
What?
He's a rib guy?
Isn't he a baseball guy?
Actually, he's neither, but is the owner of Bob Nutting's House of Ribs.
Where's the meat on these things?
This one's a pencil.
Chairman Nutting believes in lean operations but delicious taste. Like our barbecue sauce. Don't tell, 1 part ketchup, 9 parts water.
It looks like blood.
Don't take Chairman Nutting's word for it. Take it from someone who most definitely probably is not Livy Dunn.
Hey, Bob. Paul and I love the ribs.
Delicious ribs and fireworks after every meal.
Note to customer, fireworks are not free, napkins are not free.
Bob Nutting's House of Ribs. You'll be screaming, sell the ribs, Bob.
Hey, when do we get real food?
I think next season.
Hey, thanks so much to ESPN's Brooke Pryor. Thanks to Senator Nick Pisciottano. Thanks to all the people who brought the show together this week. Next week, Caitlin O'Connor will join us and a Lego master trying to get the city of Pittsburgh to be made in Legos. You'll want to watch that. So for Ryan McBride, Jordan Allen, and everyone on the crew, I'm Brian Carothers saying good night from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey, look, I'm over here now.